Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Back to the Future, the video game. Cause, well, I haven't done it in a while, so I kinda need to do it.
What does she have to say?
Edna? Oh, I haven't talked to her yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? We need to get those kids separated.
Okay?
Spell it Brown. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh,
boy.
for the love. Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Corleone! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business.
Okay.
Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Yeah, just now, in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it
What?
exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him. So oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concern. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Okay. Wait, I think we still have to talk to her more.
Doc's right. If we want to break Edna and Emmett up, we better approach it from Edna's side of the relationship. Ahem. You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Corleone, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Okay.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His
Okay.
own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr.
Okay.
Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Hey, Audie, you seen my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
she gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Is someone over here at the truck now? No? Still? Huh, okay. I want to look at this stuff. Guess we have to go talk to Doc first.
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits.
Listen,
boy.
I promise, I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
There he goes. And he's...
Hey, it worked! Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
Oh, what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light
Okay.
goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Okay. Thanks, Doc. That was very helpful. And there... Now it's open. The one I wanted open.
I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Corleone. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I'd better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut,
Oh
tut.
boy.
Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
Oh boy.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see,
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Okay.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Here we go. Bye-bye. Cars of the future. aka the DeLorean.
Emmett?
Whoa.
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Park.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see, now what's next? Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Send you down here to check up on me.
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
Okay.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with the woman of my dreams. And a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, so he likes that. And then he doesn't like, well, this.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Whoa! Sends out an electric shock.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Let's see.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Oh. Well, how rude. Boom.
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So, I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Well, here you.
Careful.
Yeah,
Don't let all the flavor escape.
But we still gotta clear the smell, don't we?
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Hey there, you stinky little bacteria. Ew.
Okay, there we go. We're dealing with the most difficult part first.
don't know who that is, but he's clearly a Tannen, so I guess he's a negative figure.
Okay,
Emmett's invention makes him out to be a...
so let's make him love the guy.
That smells good.
There we go. Wait, let's learn about this guy real fast.
Hey, I remember that picture from Edna's apartment in 1986. It's a kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
We have to,
Hey there. Hey there, you...
we have to make him hate that guy. There we go.
Ew.
That should make it so he's back to normal. So then we can use this to set to say, no! Okay. I've already dealt with this one, but okay.
That smells good.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shoring out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Okay, let's test it.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's.
Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
I'll also test if he actually was a model citizen, if I can, because I wanted to see.
Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Hey,
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
Oh boy.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map.
Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Oh.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure. Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute, does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that
boy.
would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
Yeah, let's ask
How are things
this.
between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
Well, you better hope then. Or you're gonna very likely
You look
be.
busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Wait, we have to look at this.
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever. What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
Well, we should exit here now.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was
I don't
saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Oh boy. Well, now we should leave.
Hey, Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay, so this is now opened.
To all who have been. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could.
Forget about it.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? At the expo.
Oh, listen,
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now. Oh, poor
didn't you see where I'm coming from? He and you.
Ah,
Sometimes a guy's got to.
sorry.
Oh,
Edna might be a tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of...
see you, Trixie.
From this...
Let's talk to
Can
Edna.
I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it, allowing our city to be represented by a woman like... I won't stand for it.
Trixie?
Oh, she's hardly qualified.
Look, lady, she fits what?
I'll just skip all that.
Oh, these people are impossible.
That's so...
Very well then.
He's there now. Get him. The guy I've been wanting to see. Because I want those cookies of his.
Hey, pal.
Oh,
Funny, I was... Will you be playing piano for...
nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too
You seem kind of...
angry. Listen, Curl, yes.
Really?
Oh, yes. Cheeses me.
So what's so...
Yeah, like I'm...
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what.
Like what?
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing.
That
Yep.
was weird.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot.
Can I, have one?
I don't know.
Hey, I promise.
Wow.
Hey,
Mate.
yeah, they're...
I don't know what you're talking.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they turned my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Now I can make stuff green. Huh,
Hang loose, pal.
that's useful.
Talk funny,
Not really.
mister.
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh. Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more...
Trixie?
What is she doing fit to represent what she does?
Trixie?
What is it, Artie?
You know I...
No.
Seatar really a...
I'm being fired? You...
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Trixie?
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed Betty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett...
But we gotta do it in I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier. I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs...
Sit back and watch the fur.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Now, diamond. It's gotta be in the future one.
Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
Hey, this is about that turns, eh?
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley,
And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Artificial Rainbow. Hal's reassuring all
Nice
living
rock.
our fair cities that their
Can't
needs
reach it.
are taken care of. And life is sweet. Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial
borrowing it.
rainstorm drenches the valley's
Wow.
thirsty crops.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Smacking the put.
Well, it would be fun to...
Oh, right. You got all the props.
Not all of them yet, but I'm working.
Good. I'm it.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, smacking the.
Well, it...
Oh,
Not all of them yet, but I'm working.
good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty.
Voila.
Say, keep that up, and
I'd read...
I'm working on. How about the furs in the photo album?
I'll get him to you.
A photo album. Well, I have the fur.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but they'll work. Now bring me that photo album, and we'll be in business.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, smacking the.
Well, it would be...
Oh, right.
So, you got every...
I'm working. Now bring me.
Wait, let me do something very fast. Need to put. There we go.
It'll be safe in there. Hey, Doc.
Excuse. I've got her neutralized for the moment.
About...
The chronometric
Yeah, what am I supposed to...
signal that it's done evaluating the analysis can take a while. Be sure let me for another test run.
About that gizmo...
The chronometric analyze
Yeah,
for another.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Hey, the light's green. That means Doc could take the DeLorean out again.
Perfect. That's how we're gonna end the episode. Once we get him to use the DeLorean.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
About... Yeah.
One. I've got to run a short.
Oh, I would.
Okay. Boom.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. All right.
Nope. No green light. Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
That's not good enough yet. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to end. Wait, no. I'm gonna probably forget. So let me just do this DeLorean part very fast again.
I need to talk
Because
to
I
you.
forget sometimes.
Mr.
So
Sagan,
let's just do this real fast.
Yes.
About that gizmo you've...
The chronometric analyze.
Yeah, the light's still red.
The now another test.
Guess we have to go grab. Well, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this episode, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.